Test, test, test. Test, yep, there it is. Oh, so gentlemen, gentlemen. Shoot, I didn't bring up my notes. Check my fuel calculator. Looks like I'm starting with 50 liters. Save the current set, no. Where are we? There it is. Sweet. Make sure everything's looking good. We are testing. We are testing. All right, good. Everything looks good. Everything looks good there. Sweet. Ooh. All the safety ratings are broken. That's weird. On my JRT. That's funny. Huh. Wonder what that's about. Do I hear like an intercom? 555. Yeah, I saw that, and there was a JRT update after, and then I feel like I read that they rolled some of that, or rolled the release back, basically. Which, that's a terrifying thing to do. Alright, let's get our first lap in, right before, quali. I did like 4 or 5 laps yesterday. Oh. So I'm super prepared, you know. Just ready to get it. Don't really have all my braking markers just down, but all good. Figure it out as we go. I heard that iRacing rolled back the release. I think it was one of the notifications that I had in the UI. Free at last. Free at last. I'm good. I'm good. Hope you are as well. We're gonna have to just learn. I intend to start at the back. I think that was just so much fun last week. And so I'd like to do it again. Oh god. But like unironically. So yeah, I'm gonna do the quali laps just to get like some refresher. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw it when I turned it on. After that was shared in Discord, I was like, oh, I should probably go turn the rig on and just make sure everything's up to date. And both Race Labs and JRT had an update. So I did those. Obviously did the iRacing update. And then I saw in the notifications that they had rolled that update back. Which I know they don't take that lightly, because I think as a developer, I don't think I've ever rolled something back. Just always push forward. Of course, I had a much more simplistic dev pipeline than they probably do. I'm sure I did, in fact. I think I do. Yeah, multi-class here is going to be really interesting. I just, you know, haven't raced multi-class here in a really long time, if ever. So just trying to get comfortable with where they intend to overtake. We'll just figure it out, boy. Oh. Yeah, Mike, I saw that. I'm super excited about that. I think that's great. I thought it was fascinating that it was Pimax of all people. Like, what does that mean? You know? You gotta know that just the way investments work, there's always strings attached. They don't just give you $2.5 million and be like, hey guys, go have fun. You know, go have a great time. It's like, hey, here's $2.5 million bucks, make sure you make that VR implementation incredible. You know? They want to sell some headsets on that platform. So yeah, I don't know, I'm fascinated to see what comes of that. Yeah, I can speak from experience on the investing side of things. That, there's always strings attached. Not only do they want a sweet 3 or 4 extra turn, they want other shit in the middle too. I'm sure with that kind of investment, they probably have a new board member. I mean, fucking gives me highs even thinking about it. I think it's, honestly, I think it's fantastic. I really do. I know I don't play a lot of LMU currently. It's just so important, man. Competition is absolutely critical. Absolutely critical. I love iRacing. I obviously spend a lot of my time on it. But without competition, you know, it's all too easy to just be lax and just kind of get by, you know. That's not good for any of us. So, yeah, competition's critical. And I think, honestly, man, like, the people that are at iRacing that just genuinely want to do a great job and, like, build a great product, I bet you they're happy about it, too, to be quite honest. It's important for the industry, you know, that continued investment happens. I mean, I don't think people realize how lucky we are to even have something like this product should not exist. Like, it should not exist. It is literally the love child of an ultra rich billionaire guy who owns the Boston Red Sox because he liked to run the Skippies at Lime Rock. Like, literally. Go read the origin story of iRacing. Peter Dodwell. I forgot, I didn't tell you guys, I didn't really make an announcement about it. But I gotta let you guys know, we have moderators for the first time ever. I'd like to give it up to my boy Peter Nodwell, Nick Mazza, we'll call him Miazza. They're our new mods, both YouTube and Twitch, and in Discord. So just, you know, let's just give them one. Just one of these. No. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned about giving him moderator privileges. You know, there's gonna be shenanigans. I think that's what you guys need to be aware of. And if nothing else, it'll be fun. I mean, let's think about it this way. I gave moderator privileges to the guy that we all cuss or like laugh at cussing in the middle of the endurance races all the time. He has the ability to ban you. Yeah. So I just need you guys to know that. Yeah, he did. What's his name? John... I forget his last name. But yeah. Big time enjoyer of the Skip Barber, actually. That was like his first little love. And I think that's why, was it John Henry, I think? But I think that's why you saw so much love for that car for so long. It was a personal favorite of his. So anyway. Yeah. Okay, I like how you have a wrench beside your name. That is terrifying. I'm not sure how to feel about it, to be honest with you. I may have made a massive mistake, guys, and if I did, I'm sorry. You know? Yeah, there's no competition. Quality always loses 1,000%. It is so important. And I don't believe it really was the best. I don't believe that iRacing has any competition. I really don't. Like, somebody made a post in the forums the other day about competing with LMU. Will LMU overtake LMU and iRacing do not compete.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for round 5 at Catalunya. Let's go over a few things real quick before we qualify.
Yes, sir.
Ian Tanzius, Ethan Murphy, Tyler Steenek. Remember, you guys were the podium last week, so do not qualify.
Andrew.
When we go to grid, anybody that is on the grid behind them, please get around them as quickly as you can during the formation lap. Please follow the spotter's directions during that lap time. It'll tell you who needs to get by. I'll call them out as well when we go to grid to give everybody reminders. Once we start rolling, GT3 pole sitter, please start rolling with the GTPs. Just go slowly until you've built about a 5-second gap. This helps the rest of the field get situated. The pace speed here is 50 miles an hour. Remember, the GTP pole sitter may begin the race anytime after the pace car is off. GT3 drivers shall wait until the green flag and begin racing. Remember to pit and take 4 tires at least once. You have 1 fast repair. Allowed 17 incidents before you'll get a drive-through penalty. Then you'll get another drive-through every 10 incidents after that. GT3 drivers, remember to be predictable. Let the GTP drivers initiate the passes, and once they initiate, just facilitate. Everybody expect you to lose a little bit of time sharing the track. There's a couple of tight spots here, so just be aware of your surroundings. And remember, when you have leaders coming up behind you in class and you get a blue flag, those are enforced. Please let the leaders by in a safe manner. Now remember, this does not mean that you need to pull off and park on the shoulder the moment that you get the blue flag displayed. It really just means facilitate the pass once the leader is within passing distance and they've initiated the pass. It is still on the leader to make a clean pass. Just make sure that they get by cleanly. Any incidents you want to be reviewed, make sure that you use the incident reporting form. Don't rely on the stewards review to catch every incident. Again, we only see contact incidents. We won't notice blue flags. So if you feel you've been held up, be sure to report it. Don't forget to check out the broadcast. It's on Primetime Racing TV. We've got the link in the
just watch me. Just watch me. This will be better.
Channel in the description. Give them a like and subscribe and show your support. Thanks, everybody. Have a great race.
Awesome. He does such a good job. He does such a good job. All right. I love it. Yeah. What was I saying? iRacing does not have competition. No other series, no other game does. Sports cars, Formula cars, NASCAR, dirt. Nobody does it all, you know? And at least for what I primarily care about, LMU is definitely a direct competitor. And it's good, and it's got a lot of progress to make. But I'm just glad that it's good, and I hope that they keep pushing, and I hope they make a great product, and I hope that iRacing's paying attention, and I hope they just continue to push the envelope for themselves. I don't know if you guys saw one of the content creators in the iRacing space, traditionally around oval stuff. I think it's Kneebon, Knee something. I forget how you pronounce his name, but he basically just made like a ranting post about iRacing today. And my God, it almost inspired me enough to make my own ranting post. Because like me and Peter and Nick, I feel like we're always bitching in like our little group DM about just, you know, racing moves that should be penalized that just don't seem to have the standards we used to have in iRacing. You know, mostly about that, but then the stuff he talked about really resonated with me. Like, quality control in iRacing's been pretty bad for the last like 12 months. You know, look at like the ARCA car being a complete disaster. Like, people are freaking out about that. I don't feel like that would have ever happened, you know, 3 or 4 years ago. Looking at things like the way the GTP cars came out, and it was just like completely like make-believe, basically. Like, that would not have happened 3 or 4 years ago. And I know, like, look, I've worked at a lot of companies and I've seen growth and all those things, and I understand growing pains, and I have to fathom that's what they're dealing with right now. But I don't know, man. Like, we're used to so much better. The quality, even if it was slower, the quality control was always better. When they released something, you felt like this is legit. And now when they release something, you're like, I don't know, guys, maybe we should wait a season, you know? It's frustrating. And, yeah. It really got me going. I was like, shit, man. I don't really want to make a YouTube video, but if I did, I'd talk about that. Some accountability, 100%. And I also want to go watch that video. I'm going to have to, like, fucking cringe through it as he talks about, here's my Rolex from the Daytona 24. I'm not sure if you guys know, but I drive GT3s and GT4s in real life in IMSA. I'm something of a race car driver myself. I don't want to listen to all that bullshit, but like, I'd actually like to hear his opinion on the differences between the two. But yeah, patches like weekly is problematic. It just feels like the quality control is not good. What do you think about the new NAS? Dude, I definitely would love to talk about that. I haven't heard a single person, I have not seen a single person say this yet, and it's actually, I'm super, I don't know, like, I don't get it. Here's my thing. Do a parody of that. I mean, you know, I'm kind of up for it. My thing about the NASCAR game, okay, so they're going through right now and they're doing this big NASCAR refresh, right, within iRacing. So they're refreshing all the circuits, tracks. You know, they got the new ARCA cars, they have pretty fresh trucks. Xfinity, I think, has been around for a hot minute. The Cup cars are relatively new, right? So they've done a pretty good job of refreshing all that content, and they're going to continue to. And we will get the benefit of that, which is cool. We pay $15 per track, bro. So basically the people that are going to get NASCAR 25 are going to get all of the Cup cars, all of the Xfinity cars. They're going to get all of the trucks, all of the ARCA cars. They're going to get career mode, which they've been talking about in this fucking thing for years. They're going to get every single track that had always been like, now they're all up to date, and they're going to get it for $60. What the fuck? Like, somebody please go figure that out. All the NASCAR tracks, all the cars, all the trucks, the other cars, the other cars, the other cars, of all the series, add all that up. I mean, what is that, $500? Like, if you want to do that in iRacing? I can't believe nobody is talking about that yet. So I'm really curious. At some point, that's going to trigger in somebody else's brain, and they're going to be on the forums, and they're going to be on, you know, Reddit or whatever. People hate me on the forums. If I say anything on the forums, it's Potato City. So somebody else is going to say it, and everybody's going to be like, wait, yeah, shit, that's kind of fucked up. What are we going to do? You know, I don't know. I think they're in a really tough spot. If this game comes out to both consoles and PC, like what's the... There's a massive issue with value proposition for the people that are doing iRacing on PC, if it comes to be that way. So... who are we talking about? More, yes. See? I love it. You knew, and all I had to do was make a Rolex reference. Yeah. Yeah, same way. I haven't, not 15 years for me, but yeah, and I have all the NASCAR stuff. I did a ton of NASCAR stuff for a long time. And so it's just, I don't know, there's just something, I don't know what the story, there's going to be a story, right? I know, like, business, at some point, they're going to realize, oh shit, we're putting all this stuff out for $60, and all the people that have been supporting us for the last 15 years, they have to pay whatever the number is. It's called $500 for the same package of content. We're going to probably have to address that. Like, right? You can't just let that go. So I can't wait, actually, to see whatever the hell they come up with on that. What's up, Zach? Can't even get all the GT3 cars for a whole season. Yeah, for real. And then, you know, you can go out and buy the NASCAR game for $60 and get everything. It's like, wait a second. No subscriptions. No, you know. You don't think they're going to have servers that are hosted in iRacing farms for NASCAR 25? Of course they are. I'm going to start at the back. That's my plan. I'm not going to actually do a lap. Trying to figure out how to do it to make it easy for these guys, because last week I didn't qualify at all, And so then I had to like get behind, or no, I had to let, what did I have to do? I don't know. One of these guys had to like get behind me. So I'm thinking if I just put a really slow lap in, you know, then I'll be at the back, but I will have qualified, so at least they won't have to get behind me. It'll already be that way. 2 dubs in 2 days? I know you're not talking about me. With the question mark. I wish. I don't think I'm gonna have that one. Oh, you just have to find one, man, and just apply to it. And it's pretty straightforward. There's a website, I forget what it's called. It's literally called like iRacingLeagues.com, which I think is where I found these guys. And you can kind of find them. Talking about me, gotta get the yeah. So what I'm going for is a fun and enjoyable journey from as far back as possible to as far forward as possible. That's what I'm going for.
Here comes your first time lap.
Yeah, I'd say almost no chance I win. This dude in here, Ian, where's he at? He is, I think, by far the fastest person in here. Imagine if they... Yeah, it'll just never happen. I think the primary reason it won't happen is because 2 of the 3 that you referenced are annual games, you know? I think what something like iRacing or LMU have going for it, or all the others, Automobile, won't even try it, ACC, AC, all the other types of sims, you know, what they have going for them is that they're these evergreen products that just continue to live on and get updates that we pay for, you know, whether it be a subscription model, DLC, whatever, where, you know, the F1s and the NASCARs of the world are always going to be $60 boxes every year. They're always going to be what they've always been, you know? And think about the F1 games every year, they basically are the same. It's just not, to me, it's not even a comparison. I mean, iRacing is definitely the place to be. It's got the most value proposition. It has the biggest community. It has the infrastructure. I think they just need to figure out a way to challenge some of the rules and the systems that they've had in place for literally 15 years. God, they got to get to that point. You know, the systems that we operate by today have literally been in place the entire time. They're not new. Nothing's changed. So when they had 10,000 users or 50, that whatever, then, you know, whatever the big number was pre-COVID, it was, yeah, it's been the same thing forever. And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, when you have 300,000 users, I'm sure they're not active. But when you have that many people, man, at some point it has to scale. And I think too, like, you know, I got teammates that use these, so don't get me wrong, but I do not like Smurf accounts. I don't like it. I think it's a problem. And I genuinely do believe that, like, we're in races sometimes in IMSA and whatever, and there's probably 25% of the field that are on Smurfs, maybe even more. You know, and it's one of those things where, like, I do believe that in a lot of those cases, those guys don't drive the same way that they would be driving on their main accounts. Even if they're close in IR, and it doesn't really matter which one they used, you know? Like, if you've got a 5K account and a 3K account, and you're in top split either way because it's just not a lot of participation, I don't believe that people drive it the same way. And I feel like we've seen that a lot. So I don't know, man. I think they have growing pains, and at some point they gotta, like, put their balls on the table and make some fucking decisions. That's how I feel about it. But 'tis what it is. Yeah, it's not universal. I mean, I know people that have Smurfs, and the statement that I just made, I do not believe for those guys specifically. I think that they're just classy guys, top to bottom, and they're just racing the same way they would no matter the account they're using. I do truly believe that, but I know for a fact that they are the exception. Those guys are the exception. They are not the rule. And we see too much of that shit. Streamers are doing it, making it popular, and then everybody feels like, oh, we got to chase the meta, and we've got to be, now we also have to have Smurf accounts, and it's like, just get in your fucking car, click the race button, and have fun. Like, well, what are we doing? You know? It wasn't like this pre-COVID. It wasn't even like this in like 2022. I mean, I feel like it's a thing that's been a problem just the last couple of years, man. I really do. All right. 50 liters. We're going to start with that. According to my calculations, which God knows what those are going to look like. We should start with 50. We should get 53 at the stop, which is enough for 4 tires exactly. And that should be the most efficient way to get through this. But yeah. 1000% free. We see them all the time. 1000%. I would argue that that's the biggest time that you see them. Definitely. Endurance races, special events, all the time. It's infuriating and I hate it. I mean, that to me, that's the biggest issue. But I also think it is infectious with officials on a weekly basis. Yeah. And again, like, I don't care about Smurfs as long as people treat it the same way. I would prefer they don't exist. That is true. But if people drive the same way they would on one account versus the other account, like, okay, you know? But I think we see all too often that people drive like they're playing Forza on the second account because like, oh, I don't care, I'm not affecting my SR on my main account. And that is a huge problem. All right, 2 minutes. So give me a sec. I'll be right back and we'll get after it. I don't know if it's, I think it's still the case. I think that's how it defaults, but I think that you have the ability to change it or something. But I mean, to be fair, I haven't created an account in literally 10 years, so I don't know. All right, let's see how we do, boys. I'm going to try to take my sweet time. I'm hoping that those 3 guys at the back, well, it looks like Tyler's ahead of me, needs to be behind me, so we'll figure it out. Wouldn't have thought it'd be possible to use Smurf accounts to be all drivers in a team race. I don't, if I'm understanding what you're saying, I don't think that is what typically happens. It's just that, let's say I have an account that's 8K and I have another account that's 3K. I just sign in to my 3K account to run the Sebring 12 instead of my 8K account. That's what you see. And the best part is they don't even like try to hide it. It's like, it's like Chris Stewart and Chris Stewart 2.
One to go.
You know?
Time by. Line up
Stuff
on the
like
left
that.
side. Pit road is closed.
Like, it does, they don't even make an effort to, like, hide it. And, you know, my Chris Stewart 2 account's running 8K pace with a 3K IR. Alright, replace, 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 replace. So we're good on that. Fuel, yes sir. Alright, it's gonna auto-fuel me, but I'm hoping we'll land somewhere on there. Hey,
Chris
Vincent.
Stewart, Brian Metterly, Kylan Bruce, and Thomas Baker, you're going to have to pass people during formation. We got a short form here, so everybody please do it quickly.
Yes, sir. We're just passing Tyler, right?
You are, yes.
Oh, good call. Alright. Hey, Chris, try not to touch the curve inside. Wait, curve inside to T5.
Catch the 1 car.
Oh, yeah,
Catch
yeah.
the 45
I'm with
car.
you.
Catch the 01 car. Catch the 25 car.
Alright, hold on to your butts. I actually think Dave is an example of an okay way to do a smurf. I feel like he genuinely drives the car the same exact way. And I think at this point his second account has similar or even higher IR than his other. And I feel like that's okay.
Get ready. Going green.
If you want that for some reason, live your life. But it's the thing I have an issue with is when it's like people show up with, you know, John Doe 2 for the big special event. Like, that's, come on. Come on. And I don't care what the excuse is. If it's like, hey, I only do it because my friends are 2K and I want to race with them. It's like, well, you know what? Buck up. You're 8K, they're 2K, deal with it. I need to be better about, like, attacking right out of the gate. I take the PRL approach of, like, kind of going chill at the start of these races, even when maybe I shouldn't.
Car on your left. You're on the right. 3 wide. Car on your left. 2 wide.
Oh, I need you to go, Porsche, man.
Clear. Car on your left.
Yeah, I have such a bad habit of getting on that curve, dude. Nice to see you, Vincent, by the way.
Right side. Clear. Car right.
Holy shit.
Clear on the right.
I don't know how we didn't hit that guy.
Left side. Clear. Right side. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear.
Sorry, Ian. I think I called him because I was trying to avoid the guy to my right. Looks like it didn't affect him too much. Whew! A little chaotic to start. Oh, oh, oh. Turn the car. Shit. This thing is so sketchy sometimes. I don't really know why. I mean, I know it's a skill issue. Oh, shit. Safety car's coming, boys. Oh, that's Ian. Who did I hit?
1.78.
I hit a
Car
purple Porsche. Yeah, this is the guy I'm not going to fight with because he is faster than me. I'd much prefer to follow you to the promised land. Although the safety car livery really is throwing your boy off. Not gonna lie. Who is this Vincent guy? I do miss me some PRL, man. I don't miss the competitive nature of it. I should have been in like the fixed league or something. But I do miss the organization and structure of PRL. And just the camaraderie. I feel like even for as competitive as it was, man, everybody was just genuinely nice, classy.
Right side.
Very much appreciated. Alright, so Tyler, and Ian, the two guys ahead of me, are both very fast. So I want to be following them.
Car right.
Gosh.
Clear on the right.
Oh, okay. Got it. Love it.
45.193.
Oh my, really?
Car on your left.
Shay, that ain't the play.
Clear on the left. Car on your left. Clear.
Hard to get into a rhythm when you feel like you're trying to make a lot of overtakes. At least for me it is. He's hitting the brakes harder than I would have expected. I don't know if it's the guy in front of him or what. Lambo things. Yeah, I don't really see Ferrari doing a whole lot this year, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think McLaren's going to run away with it. I think what I can hope for as a Hamilton fan and now a Ferrari fanboy as a result is that he has a fun year, maybe gets a win or something along the way, and that they make some real progress for next season with the new car.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Said left side, and he still closed it down a little bit. Ah, come on.
45.005. Just set your fastest lap of the session. Clear.
Losing time here just hurts so bad. I mean, I chose to qualify at the back, so it's on me, but it's, you know, it's fun. That's why I did it. Okay. I think we're playing some games that don't end well.
Car right. Clear on the right. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Alright, now let's get some, make some progress forward here. Yeah, I have faith, McLaren is really good. Russell is shockingly good, I'm not sure what that's all about. Max is Max. I'm just, like I said, I really just hope that they put a lot of development effort into next year. I think pretty much all the teams would be pretty short-sighted to go crazy with development in 2025. It just feels like McLaren has this figured out. It's a matter of which of their guys is going to win this thing, overall. I think they're a shoo-in for the constructors. I don't even think that's a question. I think the only other team that even has a shot at that is probably Ferrari, but only because they have two drivers that I think can score points reliably. Especially if they make a couple, advancements here. Antonelli with Russell is definitely an interesting prospect, and he's just done a phenomenal job. But he's a rookie still, and I think that's going to show up at some point. Do you think Russell wins this weekend? I have no idea. That car or that track, I don't know who it suits best, to be honest with you.
No damage. Car looks clean. Left side, 44.185.
I mean, Kimmy's going to do a phenomenal job this year. I think that's a given after what we've seen of him so far.
Clear.
But I don't know if it's... I don't know. It just seems like at some point the rookie's going to shine through and he's going to make some silly mistakes that cost the team points. They probably lose constructors. They probably get third in constructors. My guess is it's going to finish McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull. And Red Bull, it's going to be... Freaking Max is going to have 80% of the points. And I think the biggest drama that's going to happen this year is going to be about Max. I really do. Now, I don't know that he's going to leave. And it's funny because everybody says, like, oh, well, everybody's locked in for 2026. If Max Verstappen's available, no one's locked in. No one. Any seat is available if he's available. 100%.
Right side. Clear. Car on your left. Clear.
What I don't want to see is one of these, you know, old vets lose their seat to him, like a Hamilton or Alonso, but I could definitely see Alonso kind of saying, hey, I'm going to retire.
013.
And Max getting that spot for next year and beyond. Teaming up with Adrian at Aston Martin. New set of regulations. Definitely an interesting proposition. Daddy Stroll, he'll pay that man $100 million a year. if it means they have a chance to win a Formula One World Championship. To me, that's the most likely outcome. I don't see him going to Mercedes. I don't see him going to Ferrari. I almost feel like Max is the kind of guy that's he's gonna skip the whole Ferrari thing, you know, with the the Vettels and the Hamiltons. They make that last stop. I don't know, man. I get the feeling he's gonna retire before that, and we're gonna see him in WEC instead. And frankly, I look forward to that day. This car here, every time. Every time. I don't know, man. When you get paid $100 million, you can do a lot of stuff. And even people that have a shit ton of money, it's still $100 million.
I'm sorry, buddy.
And if you don't think that Big Daddy Stroll would open up that book and pay him $100 million, I got something to tell you. He's already getting paid, what was it, $65 million? I know that's a jump, but in the world of F1 with a market cap, I mean, not that they're publicly traded, but where their value has exploded in the last 5 years, he's worth it. He's worth it.
43.587.
2 #1 drivers. Yeah, and I think for me, Free, I think that's what's so exciting about it. It's like Mercedes all over again with Nico and Hamilton. And I think that's our best chance at fun this year. I mean, kind of. But if you think about the Max years, they weren't as interesting because he literally had no competition in his own team. At least when Hamilton was dominating or Mercedes was dominating, at least we had Nico to keep it like somewhat respectable. With Max dominating, there was just nobody there to keep him honest, you know? So at least with McLaren, we have that. Car wants to kill me. I'd cycle around the world for about 100 mil. 100%, man. He'll drive beside anybody for $100 million. truth be told, I don't think he actually wants the competition. So he'd be pretty happy to have Stroll. I know he says he does, and I honestly, I don't think he would have a problem dealing with it, but I don't genuinely think a lot of top tier athletes actually want competition in their own team, you know? Nobody wants Scottie Pippen. Especially not in Formula One, like, so fundamentally different. Where are these guys? They gone. Paul's almost 13 seconds up.
43.105.
The hatch, yeah, exactly. Where he threw the hat at him, yeah. I mean, just those years were awesome because of that battle, and that's what will make these McLaren domination years, you know, last year and this year. That's what makes them more fun. I mean, imagine what last year looks like if, you know, Norris was just walking away with it compared to, I don't know, whoever his teammate would be, Valtteri Bottas. You know, like, he's not going to give him a fight. Yeah, that's a really good point. He's not a Ferrari guy. And I don't see him hanging around to do the, you know, the bullshit. I think he's gone. He'll be in wet.
Car right.
And I don't want to see him out of Formula One, don't get me wrong.
Clear on the right. Right side. Clear.
I don't want to see him out of Formula One, but when he inevitably gets to WEC, I'm really excited to see that. I think it's almost a given at this point he's going to race endurance at some point in his career. A Formula One without Max Verstappen is kind of boring to me right now, and I'm not a Max fan. I'm a Hamilton fan, so you can imagine how I've felt about that guy the last couple of years. But, you know, I respect greatness. No doubt about that. Alright, boys, blue flags.
44.572.
Still got 44 minutes to go. Oh my god. That's the funniest thing about these races sometimes.
Right side. Clear on the right.
I do kind of enjoy these weeks because it's like, you know, recently they've been at tracks that we're not racing on the officials, you know, so I literally did, I don't know, 4 or 5 laps. Was it last night? So I'm nothing close to practiced and ready to roll. It makes it fun. Everybody's pretty laid back. It's not like PRL or even Broken Wing Racing League or, you know, something that's more competitive and tight. Run 3 cars, yeah. I think I need to get more of that curve though. I like to stay on the track a little bit so I can avoid a drive-through. Really doesn't want to turn through there very well. I don't know where that imaginary line is right there either. If I practiced a lot more, I certainly would. You guys know me, it's not really my style.
43.6.
Get the air flowing, a little hot. LMP2s could be cool. I think the issue that we have is that there are just not even enough GTPs. So it would saturate it, you know. You have like 2 guys driving LMP2s. I don't know how many GTPs there are. You guys can tell. I bet you it's less than 10, maybe 8.
Car right.
Holy shit.
Clear.
Damn, Zachary.
The car looks fine. No damage to report.
I stayed wide. I saw all 3 of them coming. Guess he just overcooked it a touch. Damn, son! Thankfully, we're good. But I agree with you, and honestly, I think they would like that too. We just need more people to sign up and do it. Damn! Everything good night, brother. 2:20 in the morning. I'd be sick if I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning. If I'm up at 2 or 3 a.m., call somebody. It ain't gonna be pretty. This I can promise you. $3:22. I legitimately don't know the last time I saw that number on a clock and in the AM. No idea. It's not hard to drive. Yeah. Lotus coming back. I think anybody would come back to F1 at this point. It's the problem is actually getting in, as we've seen with Cadillac. I think it's also just incredible of what's going on in WEC and IMSA. I mean, McLaren, you know, they just announced a hypercar. I think Genesis, so Hyundai. I'm not sure which one it is. We're gonna go with Hyundai. I think it's actually Hyundai. Whatever, words. They just announced through the Genesis product that they're gonna have a hypercar. It's kind of insane. I think the growth in sports car racing right now is crazy. And it makes me wonder, like, why? I don't get it. I really don't understand why the explosive growth in sports cars. I get it in Formula One, like Formula One. We're talking numbers with B's in the front, you know. I don't think that's really. I know that's not true in WEC. It's big, but we're not talking about $10 billion market caps. God damn, y'all old. Oh wow, it's for position. Nice, nice. Nathan, this up. Oh god. That corner man tries to kill me in this car all the time. I needed a good 2 corners to get by him here. Dang it. Laying in bed the whole day, can't get myself to sleep.
6, 7, 4.
You really are an old man. I feel it sometimes, brother. I feel it sometimes. That is true. I've been really doing a good job with the working out. My wife inspired me. She has been absolutely kicking ass in the workout department for the last, feels like forever, year and a half or something. She's definitely inspired me to get back on that train. So I do that every day, but I do feel old. Nothing like, you know, getting back on the bench press in your early 40s when you haven't done it since you were in high school to make yourself feel old as shit.
Right side.
62. Age is just a number, brother.
Clear on the right.
Oh shit. I always, oh my god, don't. I joke with people, I'm sure y'all have heard this if you've listened to me at all for a while. I feel like I'm told I look like I'm 30. I'm actually 42. And I feel 50.
Clear.
Uh-oh. Holy
Right
shit.
side.
What
Clear on the
happened
right.
there? Somebody missed something.
Right side. Clear.
I think Nathan missed the mark or something. This corner is so bad for me. Oh, hold on.
Right side. 45.079. Clear.
Talking to my son and I got past. And I got an off track. Son of a bitch. Note to self, don't talk to kids. Kidding.
Left side. Clear.
15, my back feels 50. That is terrifying. Because when you actually have a back that feels 50, you are fucked. 54, a relic of the past. I've been watching Game of Thrones, you know. You're like the maester at Castle Black. Mr. Targaryen, who is since no longer with us. That's not a spoiler. He's like 4 million years old. Of course he was gonna die. It was just old age. Not like it was a battle. 60, 15, 54, 62. I love it, man. I love it. I'm all over the place. So Tyler, if you come back and watch this later, you know, that overtake is kind of bullshit, man. I was distracted. My son came down. He really took advantage of the situation. I don't blame you at all. He's super quick. I'm honestly surprised he stayed behind me as long as he did. Maybe he was saving fuel. I don't know. Matter of fact, I should pay attention to that. 3.1 laps. It says I need 54 liters. But I really hope it's more like 53. Maybe I should try to save a touch. I do want to make sure that I at least get the 3 laps out of it. Shit. Now he's just gonna walk away from me. I have really enjoyed this Lamborghini so far this season, I honestly have. But I do miss my comfort picks, you know. I really do miss my Porsche, I miss my Corvette. 43 half marathon, attaboy. I think I'd pass out if I even signed up for a half marathon, forget trying to run it. I might die if I try to run it. Yeah, this has been pretty good, man. I'm pretty happy that we're here, to be honest. Didn't know what to expect. We're getting closer to the 53 liters, which is what I was banking on my fuel calculations. So maybe I'll try to take it easy and see if we can get there. So a couple big lifts and a couple intentional areas. The boy's got a couple X's too.
43.747. The car looks fine.
This car's fine. I kind of want
2 laps of fuel.
I kind of want to use that fast repair just in case. There was contact at least twice. But if the car's fine, the car's fine. I have to have some kind of aero damage. I mean, he hit me in the right rear quarter panel. I don't know that I hit anybody in the front, so that's probably okay. Alright, damn, we're not even halfway done, boys. What else can we talk about? Oh shit. Need to get this pit stop done here in a second. Oh, I struggled to hit just after the
Sorry, Shay.
curve there.
I think he's gone. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I never try to pit entry either. That should be great. Where is the thing? It's right there, right? Yes. I think it's 80 kilometers an hour, so that's good to know. Alright, boxing next lap.
43.647.
Should have 4/10 as across
And
the
about
line.
1 lap of fuel left.
4/10 of a liter. And who knows where everybody else is on the fuel situation. Looks like I'm gonna come out just behind somebody, but there won't be many people around me, so that's positive. Yeah, my fuel needed is dropping. It's down to 53.5. So I might just click it down one after JRT does its thing. Just get 53, and if I have to save just a little bit, I can do that probably pretty easily. I mean, I really was saving like nothing this entire time, so. See what it tries to put in. Alright, don't fuck this up. Haven't done a single pit entry the whole time. So smart. Oh god. Oh. So bad. So bad.
5, 3.
Alright, 53 liters.
1.
Pit again, pit again.
Right here.
Oh, that was terrible. So bad. Holy shit. Alright, note to self, boys. Practice your pit entries. Anyone brave enough? No. No, sir.
Move it, move it.
Man, that was terrible. I lost a couple seconds there. I kind of should be ashamed. Yeah, true. It could be a lot worse. I just, I could have so much more efficiently gotten in there. Alright, boys. New tires. Pretty much exactly where I was expecting to be with fuel consumption. So, all good.
Not coming this up.
All good, man. We get this little speck off my windshield. I'm generally pretty good at it, but it's not like it's, you know, because I don't practice. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty good at them generally because I make an effort to figure out exactly where to brake. But that was literally the first time I've done that, and I don't know how long. I think in our PRL race we did here 2 seasons, 3 seasons ago, I don't even think I made it to the pit stop, so I might have to save a little fuel here, but nothing crazy. Alright, so other guys were carrying up more fuel than I was. It looked like a bunch of guys just boxed.
22.498.
1, 2, so it looks like 2 guys ahead of me have boxed already. I'm going to try to make some big lifts going into turn 1. I need to save 7/10 of a liter, according to this thing. My JRT stuff has been wonky at best recently, so who knows. It's saying I have 17 laps, 17.3 laps in the tank and 16.5 laps in the race. But it's also saying I need to save 7/10, so go figure. And it doesn't really seem like there's a chance of it going an extra lap or anything, so you know what, fuck it, mate, let's just do it. And if it drops, or, you know, jumps up in laps because it calculates something differently, then we'll figure it out when we get there. Since these pit cycles come through, I feel like I'm going to be right in the middle of a fight for like P5, so come on. Guess I need to break a little longer of a trail break in there. There's an apex I should probably be hitting.
42.889. Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Excuse me. Yeah, there's Tyler. Well, he's 4 seconds ahead. Yeah, so you can see, you literally can see the delta that I lost on the terrible pit entry. It's probably 2.5 seconds track time. Terrible. What even are apexes, man? Also, really would like to stay on the track. Not 100% sure where I am on the incident counter, but I've got a couple. Don't really want any more. Whew. Sausage curb bad. So where are we, 7th? Yeah. 2 guys in the box right now.
3, 2. New fast flat for you.
Sweet, it's a 5th. Thing is so confused about fuel. I wish they would fix this. I need to get a screenshot or something and show him. It's hard to get a screenshot in the middle of a freaking race. The overlays. So what I'm looking at is something called Joel Real Timing. I have that on the 4th monitor above. What you guys see is Race Labs, or Race Lab. I think I've been saying it wrong forever. I don't see those, I just see my JRT stuff at the top. I should probably become like an official streamer and add the commands and stuff. People have asked me about that a bunch, I just haven't done it. Oh, you probably downed it this second, you wouldn't butcher that corner so bad. .5 laps in the tank, 14 laps remaining, but it still wants me to save 1.4 liters of fuel. What? Unless I'm dyslexic and I'm reading it backwards. Also possible. Yeah, I don't think they'll ever make that. Just because people will be able to create hacks. If there was any way to get like tire temp or wear from telemetry, like yeah, you can read the screen, you know, if your dash has it, but if you were able to get that through telemetry, people would be able to build tools that would let you change, say, brake bias, you know, by literally just clicking a button or even maybe not doing anything at all. or whatever, like different inputs that they could make to actually optimize based on tire temps, wear, and all those things. So that's why they don't do that. Blue flag, blue flag. Bet y'all haven't seen a patient GTP like that ever in your entire life, huh?
43.32.
Weather radar while driving? No, you can't. I haven't seen anything that gives you that. Maybe Race Lab has something like that, but I don't, not to my knowledge. My guess is that's also probably not available to an API. Yeah, Skid, that's pretty much the approach I take, at least with what I'm looking at. Now, granted, I have standings, track map, dashboard, stuff like that above me. Chat. So I can't really say I don't use overlays. They're just not technically overlaid. They're just on a fourth monitor. But yeah, I try to keep my actual view as simple as possible. Alright, love to make some progress here. So I got 20 minutes. I don't want it to be 20 minutes of running by myself. I'm sure you guys don't either. 4 seconds. I just don't know if I'm going to get to him. He's quick. I'm not that quick. We've already basically passed everybody else. I mean, Tyler, Ian, Paul, and Martin. Like, those are the guys I basically would expect to beat me anyway, so. Or be racing with, I should say. I just find it way more fun to start at the back. Like, basically in this league, if you finish in the top 3, you have to start at the back in the next race. For the GT3s at least. But, I don't know, I just find it fun. It's fun. It's fun to try to go through the field and pass people cleanly and, you know, all those things. So I do it anyway, just for a good time. I'm not competing for a championship or anything. So, all good. I'm just here for the good times. If I could do any of these corners the same, like 2 times in a row, it'd be fantastic. Lambo. Go ahead, brother. Thank you for your patience. It is so kindly appreciated. True. Yeah, I used to use them. For me, it just, it became too much noise. I really tried to simplify. And honestly, too, I think the time that really made the shift easy for me was when I went to VR. Because at the time, I don't think there was a way. This was before Open Kneeboard was a thing. OpenXR wasn't a thing yet. Like, I'm trying to think. I think you could do it with OpenVR and Crew Chief. That was possible, but it wasn't great. So anyway, I didn't have overlays when I was in VR until I found Open Kneeboard. And even then I just had my 4th monitor basically planted above my head. And I could just hit a button to pop it in whenever I wanted to see like fuel numbers and stuff. So for me, like going to VR was the way that I broke any real need to have true overlays on my screen. Because I don't even know what the IR about people that, you know, of people that are around me, I don't even know what it is. I just drive everybody the same, and it is what it is. Alright, I'm not doing anything good here. I'm making too many mistakes. Talking too much. Shocker. Yeah. I still had to have something, like for fuel is basically my big issue. So,
That was my bad. I drove into
especially
you.
with like endurance racing and stuff, like stints and all
What'd you
those
say,
things.
Christian?
So
That was my
basically,
bad. I drove into you.
I had
good
to
enough.
have my fourth display. But it was nice because in Open Kneeboard you could just hit a button
Thought I cleared you.
and it, you know, it'll show it, hide it, whatever. And I was basically putting it either above my head or I'd put it like right on the steering wheel. You know, if you ever see a driver put like a paper map on the steering wheel or something, I'd basically have my fourth monitor on the steering wheel so I could just hit the button, look down, see whatever I need to see, hit the button, click it away.
44.62.
Alright, so 10.5 laps of fuel, 10 laps at that line there. It still says 1.5 liters saved. So we are encroaching. We're getting closer. So I'm curious, is it at some point just going to magically flip and be like, hey, you need a whole liter and a half of fuel, dummy? And I'll be like, shit, I wish I'd been saving the whole time. And I guess given the... I'm not making any progress on Tyler, so maybe I can just start saving and make sure I mind the gap behind so that I don't do anything stupid and lose this, but I don't know.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Well, you might have made that easier for me. Yeah, the Open Kneeboard I found to be amazing. Yeah, it was awesome. It was basically a requirement for me. I couldn't have used VR without that because I needed that data. Endurance racing, you know, leagues with pit stops, all that sort of stuff. I needed that extra information. There's a ton of gravel that was here. I guess it's gotten better. Okay, now it says we have 10 laps remaining, and I only have 9.5 laps of fuel. So strange. Now it just dropped back down to 9. We are right on the cusp of going an extra lap, it looks like. So I'm going to start saving pretty hard just to make sure I'm good. I got 4 seconds behind, so I'm not under any real threat. VR and iRacing suck, laggy, blurry, and center. Yeah, it's the thing with VR is the configuration is really important. The machine you're using is really important. If you don't spend the time to get that stuff figured out correctly, then yeah, it's not going to be a good experience. But if you can get it dialed in, it's VR and iRacing is pretty damn good. Yeah, exactly, Eric. That's a really good question, Rich. I mean, at the end of the day, like, with hindsight, I could always answer that question, be like, yeah, you know, like in this case, I'm 4 seconds up. If I'd taken an extra liter, you know, what does that equate to on the track? It's more than the half second it takes to get it while I'm stationary, right? Still probably be out in front of this guy, even though he is closing on me. It's just hard to know, you know? It's one of those things too where you're kind of like in the middle of the race. I don't know where we're going to cycle out necessarily. I don't really know what's going to happen, so kind of go into the race with a plan. And for me, like looking at my lap times and what I was doing, it was like I have to get 4 tires, right? And that is 53 liters of fuel in this car. So if I have to do that, then it would be really ideal if when I make my pit stop, I only need 53 liters of fuel. I don't want to sit there to have to get 56 or whatever, because then I'm just sitting stationary for no reason. So like the plan I go into the race with is to, you know, start with what I need to make it so that when I box, I only need 53. And it was really close. I think when I boxed, it was like 53 and a half. And so it's like, well, it's either going to be 54 or 53. I was like, well, let's just do 53. And if I'm wrong, you know, I'll, you know, basically take it as a learning opportunity more than anything else. So I built that calculator myself as well in Google Docs. So certainly there will be issues, bugs, whatever. And through experiences like this, that gives me the opportunity to kind of figure out where those are so that I can fix them and address them in future races. So if I just took the fuel that it was going to tell me, I might not have learned a lesson. You know, there's a lot to it. But I think at the end of the day, yeah, sometimes it makes sense to get that extra liter or two and not have to worry about it. But I do think, like, to be successful in a league like this long term, like, you're gonna have to figure out your strategy a little bit. I remember the first race I did with these guys, I was like, I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't even know we could start with more than 52 liters, or, you know, whatever it was. And so I started with 50, whatever it was, 52, whatever you start with in a normal race. And so, like, I'm pitting super early and everybody else is staying out really late. What are y'all doing, you know? And then I figure, like, oh, they are smart and they know what they're doing in this league, and you can actually start with a full tank if you want to. So you just kind of, like, figure that stuff out as you go and all that. So there's a lot to it, but yeah, at the end of the day, I think just mostly straightforward answer your question of, yeah, it probably would have been wise to just take the extra liter or two. But I'm kind of doing it. I mean, this guy's caught me up a lot, obviously, but it's telling me right now I'm 0.2 to the need to save, so I've saved a lot. So we'll see, but it's really right on the cusp of going that lap, so we'll figure it out. Worst case, like really worst case scenario, I have to just box for an extra 3 liters of fuel. And if that happens, all good. You were Victor. Yeah, no, like, that's the thing, like, you can kind of look at this in so many different ways, right? Like, yeah, I think you just look at it in isolation in one race, like, probably could have realized that I was going to be in a nice little bubble, and that 5th place is pretty much in the bank as long as I don't have to stop again, you know? But I didn't, so here we are. But yeah, I think, like, if this was a regular IMSA race or something, like, no, I would definitely not have done this. I would definitely just take the extra fuel. But I actually clicked it down 1 liter from where it was telling me, you know, that I needed. So I did that because the fuel calculations that I ran in advance were like, hey, you should get 53. So when it was like, all right, well, you need 53.5, so JRT was saying, and because it needs the 0.5, it's always going to give you the 1 extra liter, right? And I was like, well, shoot, if it's really only 0.5 of a liter that we're on the gap, I can save 0.5 of a liter. And of course, that has changed a little bit through the course of the second stint here, but it's actually pretty much on point. Right now it says I'm exactly on the number, so we'll see how we finish. It could end in tears. It could end in P5. Who knows? We're all going to find out together. Do my best to hold Brian back here. That is pretty much the worst place you could have passed me. All the opportunities you just had. I'd love to be able to draft this guy. Maybe that's what I should do. Let him go by. And then just draft and try to pass him late. You're gonna be pretty smart. I mean, we are truly on the money for fuel.
45.172.
Now it's saying I'm a lap to the good. It jumps around so much, it's hard to have a lot of confidence in it. Maybe we just ball out and see what happens. More entertaining. Exactly. Gotta have a little bit of the unknown. Gotta keep you guys engaged and hooked for the last 6.5 minutes of this race. of which I'm thankful that you're here to see it. So appreciate y'all for being here. Hope it's been fun. I'm gonna just take it easy, naturally save a little bit of fuel, naturally let the car sit in the middle of the racetrack. If it gets an opportunity, I'll just make sure I'm hyper aggressive towards the end, see if I can get it back. Focus on some exits, make it a little bit more difficult for him to get an overtake done. And the more confident I am in that calculator, the more that when I get into these situations where the calculator's jumping all over the place, the more confident I could be to say, no, I know what my number is and we're good, you know? But I've only probably used this thing for, I don't know, 3 or 4 races. Shit. See if we can just get some better exits here. Yeah, man, 12 positions up.
43.
Not mad at that at all.
599.
Excuse me. Oh, it looks like Brian must have been one of the guys had to start in the back too. He's up 12 positions as well. Shit. Oh, that was terrible. Alright. Making some silly mistakes here. Alright, I did set my fuel up just in case I need to box. Just in case.
43.
I'm guessing. Yeah, P1 should catch us with 3 laps. So I think that's what's going to happen. P1 of the GTPs. So I think that'll shorten us down by 1 lap. I think that's what my JRT is currently expecting to have happen. Yeah, Tyler is quick. He's somebody I mentioned to, I think, Keezer this past week. He's a really good one. If you're looking for a lap in Garage 61, go find Tyler. He's quick. He drives the Mustang. Definitely a great benchmark to use to help find pace in that car if that's the car you drive. There he is. Yeah, no, that's the one I was telling you about, though. I think. Which one you used, I don't know, but pretty sure this was the Tyler I was referencing.
43.928.
All right. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, when I was talking about the number 100 lap, that was Tyler. Alright, come on through. 14 seconds for the GTP.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
It's kind of hard, to be honest, to stick to one car. I mean, I like the idea of it, but it's a challenge. Because just inevitably, a car's going to suck at this place or be great at this place or whatever. Even something as simple as like the
You just
NEC
got the white
races.
flag. That means 1 more lap to
Alright,
go.
cool. We're definitely good then. So, it's cool and sucks all at the same time,
3,
to be honest. It is beneficial. I think it does help you kind of figure out, you know, the car. Alright, let me do this last lap here.
I was close.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
It's fun.
All right. Whew. You made me work for it, that's for sure.
Get back here, Aiden.
There's the flag. It's over.
It's so funny too,
Nice
man.
run. Solid
I
work.
crossed the line with almost a whole extra lap of fuel. So frustrating. I gotta find a way to show the guy, like, in the middle of the race, it thinks I need, like, more fuel than I actually do. Please fix it. It really throws you off. Anyway. Cool. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. I think it's cool because it sucks. Yeah, I do too, actually. I think that's a perfect way to phrase it, actually. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. He's locked in. Let's go. Oh, good times, man. That was fun. God, I really do enjoy this league. I got to be honest. They're so much fun. I've never met a more respectful group of GTPs. Really had a good time with that. So let's see. My second stint was 18 laps. Let's go see what my spreadsheet says. I'll show you guys. This is my sheet. So it kind of has all the Lambo stuff that's specific to the Lambo. You know, race time. Average lap time is actually really difficult to find. Thanks, James. Appreciate you, dude. That one's really hard to find because it also has to take into account your in and out lap.
Hey, look at how much dirt I threw up on this.
So generally speaking, I try to find like what I think my race pace is going to be, and then I add a second and a half to it just to inflate it for the in and the out. So that's where that comes from. So I was kind of running, you know, laps in the race. Man, I'd actually love to know how close I was, but I assumed I'd be running somewhere in like the low 43s. Truth be told, that really wasn't a great number. It should have been much higher than that, but just looking at the laps. But anywho, that's how I come up with it. I probably need to inform that a little bit better. So estimate of laps based on the time and all that sort of stuff. I try to get a pace lap number. That's kind of hard too, but I just kind of make an assumption there sometimes. That's my fuel. My fuel was literally that. My average over the course of the race was 2.876 liters per lap, so I was on the money for that. So it actually knows, like, hey, I could have actually done that entire race in 103 liters, technically, but since you have to box, I know that it's 53 seconds, or I'm sorry, 53 liters to get 4 tires. So given that, I know that I need my refuel to be 53 liters, which means if I only need 103 liters, I'm starting with 50. So I knew it was gonna be like 17 and a half on the first stint, and I thought the other one was gonna be about 18 and a half. Turned out it was 18 laps. So you kind of, you know, you get to this weird place where you're like, hey, it's gonna be like 17.4 laps in the stint. It's like, well, hey, I can't pit on the backstretch. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have to figure that out, whether it's like, hey, I'm going to save a little bit, or I'm going to push a little bit harder and I'm just going to pit at 17 instead of 7 or 18, whatever that is. And you just kind of figure it out from there. So anyhow, I hope that made sense. Just gives you some sense of what my little spreadsheet looks like. And now that I've built it, all I have to do is change this, and then the fuel per lap and everything else just updates automatically. So makes it easy, man. Makes it easy. Oh, okay. Good times. Good times. Really quit? Yes. We will always save. Because that's what we do around here. We save. Whew. I am tired, boys. Hey, it's only 10 o'clock. I'd love to do a freaking Draft Masters race. I need to get this done. Anybody up for that? Must be the next one. Must be 10:30, right? It's not going to be later than that. Yeah, 10:30. Let's do it. You know what? Let's do it. I haven't gotten one of these in yet this week, so I'm going to go for it. If you guys don't want to watch oval racing, I don't blame you. It's all good, but it's a lot of fun and it's chaotic as shit. So I'm just saying, if you want to watch me turn into a country boy and do some left turn and only, baby, it's a good time to do it. I'm exhausted. You guys get that, man? Like after a race, like your arms are hurting a little bit. Your core, you feel like you're tensed up the whole time and your core is hurting. It's like, shit, I'm tired. I definitely get that way. Free at last, free at last, free at last. What movie is that from? I feel like I should know that. Let's make sure we remember how to turn the car on. I think we're good. Only left is bad for drivers. It's bad for your neck, you know, because I feel like I'm driving a lot and I just do this number. And eventually, like, I just get this weird pain, like, right here. And I'm honestly not really sure why. It's hard to say. Yeah, it's fun, man. I gotta be honest. It's a lot of fun. I don't necessarily enjoy, like, I don't know. There's just, like, I could give you story time with my NASCAR experience. I don't know if you guys really want to hear that, but I used to race in a lot of NASCAR, not a lot of them, but I raced in NASCAR leagues. I mean, back when I was a little kid, man, like in middle school, I literally would dream. This is with the old NASCAR racing papyrus title on PC. I would just dream of finding like a league that did 100% length races for the NASCAR schedule through the whole year. And I don't know why, but I just wanted to do that so bad. And I never got in one of those, but in the iRacing versions of it, I don't remember how long those races were, but it was one of those things where it was just so much fun. And I was never really fast, but I was always really good at saving my tires, which I think was why I wasn't fast, basically. If you're not fast, you're probably not pushing that hard, which means your tires are going to be better than everybody else's as you go on, right? And so anyway, I did a better job of saving tires than a lot of other people. So when we had long runs, which you generally had in a league, right? People are pretty chill. I just did really well. Like at the back half of a long run, I was like coming through the field and doing a good job. So I had a lot of fun with it, and people really take it seriously. Like there's structure around it. We had like team owners, and the team owners had 3 team drivers that and it was like a whole thing. It's almost like fantasy NASCAR or something, like NASCAR Manager if they made one of those. It was just such a good time. And the guys, they were super nice and cool or whatever. It was a lot of like your average. I mean, I hate to like, I don't know. Hate to like stereotype or anything, but like, I gotta be honest, like these guys were most of them were from the Midwest. So like Ohio region and around that area. And, a lot of them knew each other from like local short track racing that they did on Saturday nights, and they'd race like late models or whatever they were racing. I don't even really remember. And, I mean, some of the guys would come in and they all knew each other, and they were saying some stuff that frankly nobody should hear. If I was still racing in that league, like there's no way I could broadcast the chat. Like some of the stuff they were saying was highly inappropriate and unnecessary, but that's just how they rolled. So I kind of kept to myself, ran it for a while, eventually got tired of it and left. But yeah, I raced with those guys for a little while. I raced in was it the Bonfire Racing League, I think? They had a truck series, I believe, that ran on like one of the weeknights. Did that for a while. I really enjoy like some of the tracks, but I don't know, man. Some of them could just get really boring. Like back then we're going to Auto Club and we're going to Michigan and we're going to some other place, and they're all basically the same racetrack. And you're like, all right, cool. I don't know how many more ways I can figure out how to turn left. It's just kind of at some point becomes a slog and becomes boring. So for me, it's not really for me, but I do enjoy the chaos of a little Draft Masters from time to time. That can definitely be a good time. But the short track stuff is kind of cool. Like I like tracks like Dover, Richmond, Bristol, not so much. Martinsville, not so much. But like Rockingham was a good one. Places like that, places that had some speed, but are not a mile long track. I think enjoyed those a lot. But like the Charlottes and the Texas and the pre Atlanta before they redid that whole thing. Just never really a big fan of those tracks. A little too much. If your course hurting the sim, you would have a hard time. I know. I mean,
drove by so fast.
I'm kind of
my pants off.
I'm kind of joking. It's not like actually hurting, but I would have a hard time actually driving a kart hard. No question about that. I'm not in that great a shape, that's for sure. All right. Give this. I can't believe 15 more minutes. What's going on in the world today? Peak male physical specimen. There's nobody on streaming much right now. Ran NASCAR 2003 truck mod called NRT. That sounds so familiar. Then we went to the short-lived Arca game, and then it fizzled. Yeah. I mean, if you find a league where like they're really invested and they kind of do it right, it can be a lot of fun. Because it's cool because you can follow the real series, and I think that's really neat. you know, and they try to do like the 100%ers, you know, where you're doing like the full race distance. And that is, I mean, that's quite aggressive, to be honest. It's certainly not as difficult as turning left and right for 4 hours straight, like doing an NEC race or something. It's definitely a different beast altogether. But there's something about the finesse that it takes to drive one of these cars quickly on a track that you actually have to hit the brakes on, or not hit the brakes even, but like brush brakes, let off, whatever. There's a level of finesse to doing that I think a lot of people do not really appreciate how difficult that can be, or how much of a skill that really is. Peak. Have a hard time and negative the session's hurting. Yeah, that's nature of the beast, Andrew. I mean, the more you do it, and you know, you start taking your physio stuff more seriously as you get older, and you have muscles to develop. You know, you'll find yourself much more comfortable over time for sure. And all right, 3 and pizza back in the other friends we run. M and K, mouse and keyboard, nice. And y'all know my story, right? I used a like a Sidewinder, Microsoft Sidewinder joystick. That's how I raced the old NASCAR racing Papyrus title. Kind of crazy, to be honest. Kind of crazy. But still super fun, man. And I would do that. I would literally do like the whole 500 laps at Bristol, and it was crazy. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it was a good time. I had fun with that. But yeah, my attention turned from that at some point. I don't even really remember what it was or why. I want to say that I went from like really playing that game a lot to playing like Command and Conquer and things like SimCity, Command and Conquer, like the original Command and Conquer before they made Red Alert and Red Alert 2. But I just feel like my attention went towards those games, like Doom and stuff like that back then. Madden, controller, mind blowing, yeah. Bro, you better go to sleep. 10 o'clock? 10 total, 99-ish Papyrus? No, I don't remember that at all. Warcraft, yeah. My attention didn't go there until about 2000 and... I think it was 2007, 2008, something in that space. And then I played the shit out of that game. Part of me wishes I never did, but then the other part of me has just some of the best memories ever from that video game. It was such a good time. Such a good game. And I've played it recently. I mean, I literally was playing that up until like, oh, Warcraft. I never played those. I never played any of those RTS. I always played Command and Conquer. I never played StarCraft. I shouldn't say never. I played StarCraft, but not until StarCraft 2. And that was like, even then it was like way late. Man. Way late. Never played any of the Warcraft titles. Man, I never messed with those at all. But man, I love me some Command and Conquer. Me and my friend would play that shit like all the time. So much fun. Yeah, I think that's pretty common. I think a lot of people did that. It was, I mean, I just can't imagine like what, I don't know. To me, like WoW is just special. Like it's one of those things that'll always like, I don't know what else. I just can't envision any other game that would like be what WoW was at its moment or at its time, you know? No, I know what Warcraft was. I just never played it. I don't even know when I don't even think I heard about it until after I started playing World of Warcraft. I just didn't know anything about Blizzard games at all. I never played the original Diablo or Diablo 2. First Diablo I ever played was Diablo 3, and that was on a console. I just never played Blizzard games until I started playing World of Warcraft. And I honestly don't even remember why I started playing that game. I don't remember, like, I didn't have a friend that played it that introduced me to it, which I think probably most people probably got into it like that. I didn't play their previous titles, so it didn't, you know, I didn't have any connection to any of the characters or anything, the world or anything like that. I don't know. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And those are pre. So I'm thinking of anything after that, like I can't think of anything that's really like that. They're definitely massive games, like Fortnite, right? Massive game, but I don't know. I still look at something like WoW. It's like on a different level. Minecraft. I mean, there's definitely some titles that are massive. Roblox, you know, but I don't know. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. No. And I've tried most of the ones that popped up. Or most of the more obscure ones. I never really played like, what's that one that was really popular? I don't know, but I tried a bunch of them. Was it like Axion was one of them? I played the Star Wars version. The Old Republic, I think it was called. I tried. What else? The Low Taper Fade? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
Diablo, yeah. That's one I remember when Diablo 3 and 4, or really 3 was coming out, talking to people like, oh my god, I played so much Diablo 2. I'm like, never even touched it. And I've tried, like I played some Diablo 3. I never played Diablo 4. I don't know, just those games never really got to me. I really hated the whole move with your mouse thing.
Are you trying to spit me out?
That never really made sense to me. Because I, you know, like again, I came from World of Warcraft, which is funny because like way back when I used it with like Command and Conquer, but I don't know, just never got into those. My Gen Alpha brain rot. Oh. Gen Alpha, is that real? I haven't even heard that one yet. Alright, come on. Start it up. Battlefield. Oh, God, I love that game so much. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. So what was it? 2011, I think, was the original Modern Warfare. I think it was, no. Was it 2011? Yeah, I think it was November 2011, I think. And I remember I just had a surgery and it came out the same day. I played that shit. I think it was maybe it was a Thursday because it came out like Veterans. I don't know what it was. It was like November 11th, 2011, I think. Modern Warfare release date. Original. I like that you have to say original. That was 2007? No. What am I thinking? Modern Warfare 2, maybe? No, I'm thinking of something totally different. What am I thinking of? Modern Warfare. It's a Call of Duty 2011 release date. Well, what game was that? Modern Warfare 3. November 8th, 2011. That's not the year. I don't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure it was the original Modern Warfare, so it was 2007? I don't remember what I was doing then. I just remember playing the shit out of that game. November 5th, 2007. Oh, that's right. My son was born. My son was born 3 days later. That's right. I just remember being at home a lot, having nothing else to do. Me and my boy played a lot of COD together. Yeah, Call of Duty 4. Yeah, Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 4, and that one changed the game. I mean, Call of Duty 3 versus Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was like totally different. Check. OG FPS. It's a good question, man. For me, it probably was GoldenEye. I remember playing that with my sisters because I think it was one of the first games where you had 4-player co-op on the same screen. And I remember forcing my sisters to play that game. And I would just destroy them. But yeah, GoldenEye probably. And then I never really played when it was new or when it was modern or current. I didn't play the original Halo. I didn't have an original Xbox. My first Xbox was a 360. But for me, it would be things like, it's not first person, it's third, but like SOCOM. Do you remember that one? Holy shit, man. Me and the guys that I worked with, we had, we literally, it was like a team of, I don't know, 6 or 7 of us. And we would literally be at work, like including our boss, we would be at work all day talking about fucking SOCOM and SOCOM 2. And we would just sit there. We'd all go home. We'd all meet up at whatever time. And we would just sit there and play SOCOM matches against each other all night long, dude. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Because, I don't know, to me, SOCOM, it just had like a totally different pace to it. It was very methodical and people could sneak up. And, God, it was so much fun. Elliot, what's up, brother? Yep. Yeah, I played those a lot. Perfect Dark. I don't think I ever played Perfect Dark. I know what it is, but I never played it. Metal Gear Solid, yeah. Some good stuff, man. Yeah, I was a PlayStation guy early, so the original and then the PS2 and the PS3. I never had a PS4 or 5. I switched over to Xbox during the 360 time frame. But I haven't had a console in forever. I don't have a modern console. Yeah, Tomb Raider.
What's the brake check for, bro?
What's up, bro? The games you never heard of, man. We had some good shit 20 years before you were born. Oh my god. SOCOM is special. SOCOM is special, man. We should go back and find some like YouTube videos of SOCOM gameplay. It was just so much fun, and I think too, like so much of it was fun for me because we were at work talking shit. You know, we had our, I forget how it worked exactly. I think it was like 3-on-3 or something like that, and so we would like talk about it at work that day, like who's gonna be on what team, and then we would sit there and like talk strategy. And so then the next day we'd come in and we'd be like, oh my god, I threw that, you know, grenade at you. I can't believe I got you with that from the second store, you know. It was just, that honestly is what made it so cool. Because we could just come in and talk all day about it. Safe and Filtered, I do remember that one. I don't remember how I got it, but I do remember that game. Yeah. Yeah, it was so much fun. The other big one, like from the community side of thing, like real life, like in real person, I guess, the side of things was Destiny for me. The original Destiny. I worked at a place, and there was a whole group of us that, you know, really liked, you know, playing whatever. I think we played Titanfall.
You were a dumbass, dude.
People. We were playing Titanfall together. This is right when the Xbox One had come out.
I'm
so this
getting
was
real
like
hot.
2015? No, not 2015.
53, you're stupid, bro.
2012, 2013, something in that space. We would play like Titanfall and other things like that. And then I remember Destiny came out, and like, holy shit, that's all we did. So we had enough guys to do the raids, and I think that was like a 6-person raid or something. And so same shit, we would just sit there at work all day and talk about the raid we were going to do tonight. Come in the next day and talk. I mean, it's just so much fun. Such fun. Twisted Metal, yeah, definitely played a lot of that too. Destiny's first game really just couldn't co-op on screen. Yeah. I wish I had played Halo when it was like more of a thing. I think the first Halo ever played, maybe it was Halo 3. Was that the first one that came out for Xbox 360, or was that like Halo ODST or whatever that was called? I don't remember. But then I played a lot of Halo 5. Halo 5 is what converted me to Bumper Jumper. Y'all remember that shit? That was great. Half-Life 1 and 2, yeah. Yeah, I played a lot of Counter-Strike when it was in beta. Like in 1998, I think it was. 98, 99. Played a lot of Counter-Strike. I was a CS Assault guy. Dust and all that. Dust 2 wasn't a thing yet. Dust was cool. We played that a lot. But CS Assault was my favorite. And I liked being the, was it the counter-terrorist? Because you could come in from the roof, come in through the front door, coming through the back door. Like, I loved it. I loved it so much. Halo 3 was the first on Xbox. I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, Dust. I'd like Dust, but I liked Assault better. I think it was CS_Assault. I don't remember Ice World. What's the FY? These guys. Man, what about a sight bike? Y'all remember that shit? Speaking of bikes. Caught it. I think my rear tires are ready to go. Shipment in Call of Duty. Huh. Excite Bike 64. God, that shit was so much fun. I mean, I remember we had at my grandma's house we had an Atari, the original, the wood paneling version of it, I guess. So I would play like Pole Position. There was a basketball game for it. It's probably literally called Basketball. I don't really remember. These are the Xfinity cars. What's up, Mr. Mozzie?
The officials don't like the way you're driving.
It went pretty well, man. I finished P5. I started at the back of the field. I think I gained... How many positions did I get? Like 12? 15? 12-ish? Something like that. Some of that range. I'm just going to do a Draft Masters race. I haven't done one yet this week. So I want to get it done. We got baseball tomorrow night. And then I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend, but I want to run an endurance race. So I just feel like I need to get this in or I might, you know, I might not get it in at all. Huh, interesting. That's awesome, man. I miss some of those. I miss playing some of those old school games. I really do. Yeah, my plan at the moment, and who knows, but my plan at the moment is do the IMSA Endurance on Saturday at 2-ish. My thing with that is, though, I gotta run the Lambo. You know? It's kind of like I've been running it all season, so like anything else right now is like totally, I don't know. I don't have a feel for those any of the other cars at all right now. I know. So like I don't blame anybody. I don't think anybody's gonna want to run that.
You're going the wrong way.
So I don't mind driving, you know, doing it by myself for as far as I can make it. I know. That's kind of the negative with like picking a random car for the season that nobody else drives, because I don't want to force anybody to drive the car, but I kind of need to stick with it myself or I'm going to screw myself up. What's up, Jason? How you doing, dude? Road America. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing the IMSA version just for the, I hate to use the word chaos, but just for the extra excitement, you know, of things going on during the race. Whenever I do like one of those 3-hour endurance GT3 races, I get bored because nothing's really happening, you know? You kind of get like in your little lane or in your gap and you just kind of stay there. Or I do. I kind of just stay there the whole time. And so I'm kind of just, you know, doing my own little thing for 3 hours. And I'm like, at least with IMSA, even if they kill me, and I know I'll say this and I'll get murdered. Excitement, exactly, yeah. You know, get a little excitement going on, you know, gotta pay attention to the mirror, facilitate overtakes, you know, whatever. Hope I don't get killed. You know how it goes. You can, they can bring some gap back to you, and you can lose a little bit. All that stuff plays in, and it just makes the race more engaging, I think, both for me and certainly anybody watching. So I think that's my plan, but we'll see. It's hard, you know, 2 o'clock in the middle of a Saturday isn't always the easiest for me to do, but and because of the damn time change, what used to be the 9 p.m. slot on Friday is now the 10 p.m. slot, and I just don't want to be up until 1 o'clock in the morning doing it personally. So we'll see, man. I might get frisky and say, fuck it, let's just do it on Friday night. Right here, though, I'm gonna go catch a dub at Talladega in my old Kyle Busch M&Ms. Let's just get her done. Interference in it. Oh, dude, you're totally fine. I saw the three of you guys coming, and I was like, oh man, shit, let me just stay to the outside, let them go. And you got me, and I thought, oh, you must have just cooked it a little too hard, and yeah, you're totally fine. I hit the button, I hit the damage button, thinking like, I gotta have some damage from that, and somehow I had no damage. I didn't even have to use my fast repair, so yeah, all good, brother, all good. How'd you finish, man? That was a fun race, by the way. I really had a good time in that one. P4, hell yeah. Good for you. I feel like I would have slightly better finishes if I wasn't doing the whole, like, start from the back thing. But I've just kind of adopted that. Even in a race where I don't finish in the top 3, I still just start in the back. It's a lot of fun to try to go through the field. That's actually making me dizzy. Okay. Whew. Easy, fella. Alright, boys, let's get it. Let's go get this dub. We're starting 14th. I did my best to get to the back. But at this point, we're going forward.
1 lap to green. You're on the outside this time. Pit road
I like being on the outside. I know it's not the intelligent play, but I like being on the outside. I like having the vision. The unfortunate thing is, obviously, everything's gonna come out towards the wall when things happen in front of you. That sucks, but I don't know. I like being able to have a little bit of vision. Yeah, it's not just exactly. It makes it so much more fun. And man, the freaking GTPs, I was saying it during that race, just like so good. I never have to sit there and freak out about, oh shit, you know, somebody gonna dive me, kill me, whatever. It's very chill. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate you, brother. This is Draft Masters, Jason. Yeah. I do one Draft Masters race per week to get the participation credit. And I also like just hammer down, turn left. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, brother. try to go and try to get a NASCAR victory once a week too. Hell yeah, brother. So yeah. I'd pretty much do one a week unless it's like a car that I don't like. The SRX I think was recent, or I think last week they did the ARCA cars, and I just haven't bought one of those yet. So yeah, we do it. It's a nice little fun way to end the night most weeks. Normally I wouldn't do it after a league race, but I'm like, I got a lot going on the rest of the week, so I need to be able to fit it in. Oh, Chaos is coming, brother. Chaos is coming. You can almost book that one. ARCA is fun. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I've heard some really negative things about the car. But yeah, I don't know. I'll get one at one point, I'm sure, or at some point, I'm sure. Hopefully I make it a couple laps. This might disappear in front of me. Or am I just going crazy? Alright, it'd be cool to get some of this fuel out of here. Hard thing with this car, you kind of can't do this, or you can easily spin this sucker. Burn the fuel. It's not like a GT3 car.
Catch up 6 car.
Yeah, I'm sure as people were just really used to the old car. That was that DJ EJ, he's like the ARCA guy that does YouTube. I mean, he had a full-on rant about that car. So I feel bad for the people that, you think about that, right? Like, somebody's been driving a car. If it was a couple years ago and all I drove was a Skippy and they butchered the Skippy, I would not know what to do with myself.
You good, bro?
Oh, here we go already. Shit. You good, bro? We didn't even get through the freaking half of the pace lap.
6 car.
Yeah, I like him too. I think he does some really great stuff. His documentary stuff is amazing. You good, bro? Guys, this could be wild. I'm not going to record it because nobody watches NASCAR content on my channel. Fuck. Nobody really watches my races anymore anyway. But the clips button is nice and close. Yeah, his documentary stuff is fantastic. I think he does a great job.
Stay focused.
Alright, I need to go pee. Think I got a second? How long before we all die? We're doing it live! True. True, true. Try to go to the front as fast as I can.
Green, green. Car inside.
Too early for that. Only 4. Okay, good.
You're in the middle, 3 wide. Car outside, 2 wide. You're in the middle, 3 wide. Inside,
We'll make those
2 wide.
moves, but not yet. What a run. Holy shit. Oh, there they go.
You're up top, 3 wide.
Oh, if I could have cleared you. Super flow. Had a boy. I see you down there. Somebody give me a bump.
Appreciate it.
I didn't want to go 3 wide, but it was either that or hold off. Weren't going to do that either. Hit me, baby.
4.06, right
Push it.
side, 2 wide.
Oh my god.
You're up top, 3 wide.
If you're not first, you're last. I only say that because we're first. Alright, give me the bump so I can go all the way to the bottom.
Clear. Car outside.
There we go. Perfect. Perfect.
Clear up top.
Come on, get to the bumper.
Outside.
Ugh.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
I don't want him to clear me. Don't clear me. Come on, super flow.
1.9.
Damn.
Car outside, 2 wide.
No way he doesn't abandon him.
Car outside.
Come on,
2
come on,
wide.
come on, come on.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
Jeez. That was an aggressive move. Alright, you better hold on to something, boy. You're about to get smacked. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, it was just a little too late. Like, I needed to brush the brakes or drag them or something just to get them back to me, but those guys already had a decent run. It's all good. I'll stick here for a little while. Hope this guy knows how to hold it straightish.
Number 3, run a little lower on the corners.
Wow,
Car
boys.
outside.
All right, bud.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide. 51 points.
It's gonna end in some serious tears.
Car outside, 2 wide.
I don't like pushing here at Talladega because the way the yellow line moves around on the front stretch. Not a fan. Daytona, much easier.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
Alright, if I hit you, you can't go all over the place.
Car outside,
Let's go.
2 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside,
come on.
2 wide. You're
Stay
on the
with it
bottom,
now.
3 wide.
Gotta be able to take it and hold it straight. And it keeps moving like that.
255. That was your fastest lap of the session.
There we go.
121.
Gotta look at what car number I am so people start yelling at me. God damn it, number 9, I told you something, little boy. Jesus.
Inside.
Didn't really want to do that. Every time I touch him, he goes a lion. Hit me. There you go. I'll hold this son gun straight. Side draft this son bit. Come on, hit me. If I can't take it, we all die. It's fine.
You're in the middle. 3 wide. Right side. 2 wide.
I like the visibility up here. Oh, come on, 19?
51.3.
Just leaving your boy out here to hang? Come on, Ford, I'll take a shot from you. Hit me, baby. Yeah, no, I get that a lot. Damn it. Well, you better like being up there, because I ain't going to stop. I'll push the lead. Let's go. Golly. We couldn't take that bump. Alright, hold it straight. Hold it straight.
You're up top 3 wide. Inside. 2 wide. You're up top 3 wide.
Did he actually just make it 3 wide? Alright, 3. I see where you're at.
51.24. New fastest lap for you.
Good job.
Inside. You're up top 3 wide. Clear all around. You're up
Come
top
on.
3 wide.
3 cars started that whole thing. Alright. Oh my gosh, just destroyed. Now, fast repair.
Inside.
Steering wheel's a little jacked up. Just gonna put that out there. Oh shit. Go around me. We're getting a new car. Holiday.
Well, if you got a mic, if so, what's your water temp? Mine's 230 and climbing a little bit.
I'm barely touching my brakes. I'm barely touching my brakes. Holy shit.
Pit box in. 10.
You good 6 or you beat up?
Dead.
5.
Tow is off
Three.
to 2 o'clock
2.
and water temp slowly
One.
climbing. I don't know if it'll make it to
Right
the
here.
end. It's at 240 and climbing. That's
Okay,
about
go.
it.
How did I not get a penalty? Well, you
Alright, let
know,
me see what I got left.
I felt like I had good moves going.
You win, but I'm
2. 3.
4 bad race from suicide. Not really, though. That's not funny. It's a joke.
Yeah, that's a terrible joke. Alright.
I'm going in, bud.
Let's see. Got a couple boys coming behind. Looks like a group of 3.
Hey, 17, beware. I'm getting super hot. I got
Hopefully we
that
can
damage.
hold on to them. Yeah, you know, it wouldn't have been too bad. That's a way to end the
Paul,
night.
do you want to swap?
Later, Andrew.
Yeah,
That was going pretty well. I
I
think
go around
the 3 car...
I'm over 240 now.
The 3 car bailing on me there and making it 3 wide, that wasn't great. And he did it in a really interesting place because we were effectively here in the tri-oval where it expands and it really kind of screws you up a touch, to be honest. Doing it where he did it, not so great. But that's part of the deal, so...
1.1.
Alright, let's hold on to these fellers.
Outside is clear.
Racing one of the 3, so that's cool. Now we just cruise for a little bit, make sure we get our participation credit. Didn't get our win, you know, which is unfortunate, but look, this ain't over. We're currently P12. Yeah, those guys are up there, but they're all in a big pack. So, you know, who knows? Who knows? I'm just gonna fool around a little bit,
Inside.
and I'm not gonna pass them this easy. You have to get one heck of a run. I'll try it later.
Inside.
Right now, I just want to kind of get going. We're not catching these guys on pace anyway, so
Clear inside.
I don't really care too much about sticking nuts to butts here.
51.88.
shit, the guy's cussing me. Like, stay in a line and we'll go faster. Like, son, look at the relative. It's okay. Alright. Well, we're going to need either a massive run or some serious help. I like how they're bump drafting a little bit. So those two guys are for position. They're just a lap down from us.
Clear inside.
So we'll just make some laps, see what happens here at the end. Hope the guys in front crush it all. Get a big run. I could definitely get all these guys.
Car inside.
Not too far.
.752. Clear inside.
Oh, give me that run. Go back down 18.
Inside. You're up top 3 wide.
God, what are you
Right
doing?
side, 2 wide.
Just fooling around having fun.
Clear.
Figuring out what works and what doesn't. Gonna need a hell of a slingshot. Need a shake and bake from out of this world. Little side draft, little side draft. Little side draft, a little bit more side draft.
5.
No.
5 to go. 51.631.
Kind of have to get these guys to break up a little bit. I could lean back, get a big run.
Inside.
Oh, give it to me. Give it to me. Come on. Damn it. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come on out a little bit, 8. Give me some air. Give me a little bit of air. Give me a little bit of air. There it is. Give it to me. There it is. Damn it, not enough.
51.325.
Plankton. Yeah, come on up here with me. Goodbye these guys. I'm sure they hate me being this close. Son of a bitch.
You're in the middle. 3 wide.
Good on him. Alright, I'm going to do what he was doing to me.
Clear inside.
I'm just
2
going to stick with
wide.
these two guys. He'll
Outside,
never be able to
clear.
get by. Unless he holds back a little bit and gets a crazy run.
Car inside.
Come on! Damn it.
51.755.
Oh, the bumps. The bumps are what I need.
Clear inside.
We're getting down to it. Alright.
Clear.
I need... fall back just a little bit. I gotta time this just right. So that when we come off of turn 2 next time by, I've got the run from hell. Oh man, y'all need to be in a line to make this work. Not yet, not yet. Oh, what's he doing? He's gonna be a sitting duck if he wants to do it like this. See the run I got?
Inside. You're in the middle. 3 wide. 52.048. Clear. 2 wide. Clear.
Whew. you gotta love the ingenuity of the sponsorship opportunities. Go ahead and hit me, baby. I can hold it. Looks like those guys are not wrecked enough yet. Nah, man, I think I'm going to bed after this. Was it 11 o'clock? Yeah. Alright, now those two have teamed up. That's not good.
flag.
If I tried to block, it's not going to do much.
51.84.
He should have gone around me. That screwed them up completely. Alright, I'll take it home from here, boys. I don't care if these two guys pass me. It's the one in the back that I'm most concerned about. They're not hooked up well enough. Nah. He could have an interesting slingshot opportunity here. Two tenths. Well, there he comes. Nah, not enough. Alright, boys. We'll take a P10. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. What are you gonna do? You gotta run it?
There's
Nice.
the flag. It's over.
Yeah.
Nice run.
I liked how things were
Solid work.
going, man. Unfortunately got caught up in that one incident. Who knows what would have happened, without that. But they started wrecking a little bit. I made a good move to go 3 wide and get to the front. And just unfortunately, the way that the traffic kind of shook itself out, that number 3 car getting putting us 3 wide and put me on the outside, that was unfortunate. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Those are fun races. Yeah, they really are fun races. It sucks when you get caught up in something and it goes sideways, but truth be told, like those can be a lot of fun. All right. Yeah. Oof. Uh-oh. Gotta make sure I don't... Oh, I gotta get that up. Rip. Nice. Yep. All right, guys. It was a lot of fun. Appreciate y'all for being here. I'm getting out of here myself. Damn, I gotta get all the way to a 3 to keep it. Oh, wait. Below 2. Okay. Cool. No problem. I'll get that. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the league race and maybe a little bit of chaos of NASCAR there at the end. And yeah, I'll be back this weekend for sure. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. My plan currently is to run the 2 p.m. IMSA endurance race at Imola in the Lamborghini. Yeah, just kind of see how that goes. That's my plan. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but that's the goal. If you want to, keep up with that as that changes, Discord is the place to be. It's kind of boring, but it's fun at the same time. I should go around. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's boring once something weird happens and, the excitement of being in that main pack is over. But when you're in that main pack, it's exciting as shit, So that's what's so much fun about Draft Masters. It's like, it's an absolute safety rating killer, 100%. I lost my A license last season because of it and ended up getting it back. And then I'm probably going to lose it again. But whatever, it's just a good time, so it doesn't bother me. But yeah, anyway, see you guys later. Peace out. Appreciate you.